Hi, this is Lokesh from Tattooz, and today we'll be talking about a question which we get a lot. Before getting the tattoo, everyone has this question that how will the tattoo look after few years, or how will the tattoo age? So let's discuss about it. So personally, I have had a very good experience with the aging of my tattoos. As you can see, like this tattoo was done in 2006 and it has never been touched up, and it is still as good as it was on the first day. So why is this tattoo good? And you see a lot of tattoos fading out, or lines blowing up. So the first thing is sun. I never expose my tattoos to sun if I'm on a beach, which I am rarely at. But still, if I'm at the beach, I make sure I apply a lot of sunscreen, SPF 50 or above, so that the sun will damage any sort of color, any sort of pigment on anything. So tattoos are the same thing. The UV rays penetrate your skin, and they fade out the color inside your skin. Also, sun causes a lot of tanning. So when you have a, say, red color on a fresh canvas or a fresh skin, it looks bright. But if the skin becomes dark or brown, then the red won't look that bright red. So you have to protect your tattoos from sun to have the longevity of the tattoo, so the tattoo stays good for a long time and years to come. As you can see, the outer part of our arm is more, because we are usually like this, so the outer part is always exposed to the sun. So this area will always look darker compared to this area, which will always look brighter, and the colors will look bolder here or here. As you can see, the colors will always look bright on this area compared to the outer part, which is usually, darker. So you have to avoid sun, but you can see this is after 12-13 years of this tattoo, the tattoo still looks good. So if you take care of it, it will not fade out or look bad. This tattoo still looks good, and most of it is shading, and people think it's fading away, but this is a black and gray shading. So in India, mostly for people, tattoos are like, still a lot of people understand by tattoos what they mean, what they think is just those black tribal lines, and most of the people don't understand shading. But shading is a real art. So so this is shading, not fading. And it is as good as it was in 2006. So, and this is 2019 right now, 13 years. So you have to take care of your tattoo, avoid sun, and it will last very good. So the second thing I would like to talk about is the muscle gain or muscle loss. A lot of people who are into gymming, or not even into gymming, they have this question that how will the tattoo look after a few years when they gain or lose weight. So I have gained or lost weight in the last 10-15 years, but it usually doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 inches, unless you are planning to become from someone like me to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Then no one knows what will be the repercussions, because no one has tried that. But basic 1 or 2 inches gain or loss of muscle, the tattoo stays like that, and there is usually no problems. So the third thing which affects the aging of the tattoo is the detailing that is involved in your tattoo. So if you get something really small, like this size tattoo with a lot of ornamental detail and a lot of detail, or a face which is this big in which the eyes are these tiny, the lines tend to blur a little bit in few years. So if you give the tattoo, at the time of getting the tattoo done, if you give it enough space, and if the tattoo is not too cramped up and a lot of elements are not in 2 square inches or 4 square inches area, basically the tattoo has to be spaced out, and there has to be a lot of skin left. As you can see here, you see this face here, there's a lot of skin. You see this flower, and there's a lot of skin left. So you see the teeth. If we do this tattoo in half the size, the teeth will become even less size. The size will become even half, 50% of this. And then what will happen is, after a few years, the lines, if the 2 lines are too close, they tend to blur a little bit and they'll smudge together. So you have to take care of this, that you don't get tattoos that are very small, because right now, people are going for minimal tattoos and whatnot. But after 10 or 15 years, the lines, if they're too close together, they're gonna come together, and it'll look like a blurred or a smudged tattoo. So detailing matters a lot, how the tattoos age. So I will recommend, if you have a lot of detailed design, you should go for a bigger area and not try to put a lot of details in a small tattoo. Yeah, a lot of people come and say, what will happen? They're discouraging their friends, like, how will you look when you're 80 years old, or when you have wrinkles? First of all, you don't know if you're gonna turn 80 years old or not. So don't think about when you're 80 and decide right now. So you don't decide for when you're 80 years old, and don't get a tattoo done what you want today. You do what you want today, and who knows, you're gonna live how long. So people say your skin will be wrinkly and all. So yeah, even if your skin is wrinkly when you're 80, how beautiful are you gonna look with that wrinkly skin? As good as with a tattoo. So a tattoo or not, it won't matter at that age. In fact, you will have some memories to cherish and some stories to tell. So yeah, what I tell my clients is, don't overthink, do what you want, be sure of what you want, and just go for it. So overall, I would like to conclude by saying that aging and the time won't matter, and the tattoo will look good if you get it from a good place, if the tattoo is properly spaced out, if there's not too many detail in a small space, if you keep it away from the sun, and don't care about what others say, just go do what you want. And if you have any other queries, you can contact us on our Gmail, Instagram, Facebook, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we'll be putting more informative videos in the coming months. Thank you.